Ever wonder how to create a stress-free budget system that actually works? I used to think budgeting was about spreadsheets and endless tracking, but I found a way to make it seamless, and I'm going to show you how. Stick around because towards the end, I'm going to share the one thing that truly transformed my approach, and you won't want to miss it. When I first started trying to get my finances in order, I was overwhelmed. I'd hear all these budgeting methods, envelope systems, zero-based budgeting, you name it, and nothing felt sustainable. Everything just felt too rigid, too complicated. That's when I decided I needed something different, something that would let me live my life without constantly worrying about my budget. And that's when I created my own stress-free system. First things first, I had to ditch the one-size-fits-all approach. A lot of budgeting advice out there pushes the same method on everyone, but I realized it's about creating a system that fits you. There's no magic template that works for everyone, but there is a framework I follow that works for anyone who's willing to adapt. The key here is flexibility. The most effective budget isn't the one that keeps you under tight constraints. It's the one that allows you to live your life while still meeting your financial goals. Next up, I focus on the 50-30-20 rule. This isn't groundbreaking, but the reason it works so well is because of its simplicity. You set aside 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt. Sounds simple, right? But here's the trick. Automate everything. Set up direct transfers to your savings or investment accounts as soon as you get paid. This way, it's out of sight, out of mind. By automating these transfers, you're building wealth without even thinking about it. But let's talk about tracking. I don't like the idea of meticulously tracking every single expense. That's where most people go wrong. The stress from tracking every latte and subscription service can quickly turn a stress-free budget into a full-time job. Instead, I use a budgeting app that tracks everything automatically. I set up categories that make sense for my life: housing, groceries, transportation, and I get weekly summaries. This allows me to stay on top of my finances without having to sit down every day and punch in numbers. A lot of budgeting advice out there pushes apps that have affiliate links attached to them. But I'm not incentivized by commissions, so you'll get the unbiased truth. I use something like Mint or YNAB, and here's why. They give you the freedom to set up what works for you, not the other way around. Plus, they're easy to use. If you haven't tried them yet, it's about time you did. Don't get stuck in the best app for budgeting trap that's more about commissions than functionality. You need something that fits your style. Here's the big thing I learned. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about control. When you get to decide how your money is spent, without feeling guilty, that's where the magic happens. I stopped seeing my budget as something I had to follow to the letter, and instead, I saw it as a guide that helps me enjoy life while still being smart with my money. And that one thing I promised you? Here it is. It's all about your mindset. You need to shift from, I can't afford that to, how can I afford that? When I made this switch, budgeting became effortless. I wasn't depriving myself. I was strategically directing my money toward things that actually brought me value. And that's the true secret to stress-free budgeting. So, if you're tired of the budgeting stress and ready for a system that actually works, I suggest you take a closer look at the steps I just shared. If this video helped, consider subscribing for more real advice that's not fueled by affiliate commissions. I'm here to help you. No strings attached.